What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back on the Arkham Network Prison Server, and God, dude, it's getting more and more crowded as we go on, so things are getting a little tougher. I have learned a few things. Granted, I know we're like 4 or 5 episodes in, but still learning some stuff. Okay, so first off, these are the backpacks. We've talked about these before. These backpacks are completely multiple purchasable. So if you want, like, I don't know if there's a cap. I would assume, I don't even know if it's a physical item because I haven't bought one yet. I could buy this one right here, but I kind of want to hold out, you know, because like tomorrow morning, well, not tomorrow morning, it'll be tomorrow mid-afternoon or whatever, I'll get another 10 to 12 tokens, and I could be a little bit closer to getting the 36 or the 45. And if I can hold out for a little while longer, I could technically get the 54. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. The other thing is, I've done some looking on the forums, and unfortunately there's not a whole lot of information there, so I'm kind of struggling. But from what I understand, regrowth, what it does is it basically just gives you like a regeneration. Speed just makes you move faster. Recall kicks you up to the top level of the mine. Night vision gives you night vision. But I've already got night vision, and half the time I have haste. Well, I guess I don't have it now, which is kind of weird. There it is. So if I right click my pickaxe, I get night vision and I get haste. So you can see right there. They're both there. So haste obviously makes you mine faster. Haste seems to be a good one. Haste is a really good one. I don't know if you can get multiple tiers of haste. I'm assuming you can, and at 100 tokens, holy shit, dude. But explosive seems to be, at least from what I can tell, one of the best ones. And the reason I say that is explosive, basically it breaks more blocks. So the more blocks you break, the faster you hit your block cap right here, which gives you more tokens. Every time you hit 20k, you get another token. You also make money faster, etc., etc. So explosive seems to be the one to go for. Fortune, I believe, if my understanding is correct, and I could be completely wrong because I can't find anything on the forums about it, but fortune, I believe, just basically is fortune. It gives you more stuff every time you break something. And then efficiency, I thought efficiency just allowed you to carve through blocks faster, but I mean, we're already moving like ridiculously fast through stuff. So I'm not sure. A lot of people are selling what they call like 90 picks or 60 picks. And as far as I understand, a 90 pick is just efficiency on breaking and fortune from 30 to 60 or 30 to 90. The issue is I don't understand why you would take them that high. So I don't know. I'm still a little curious. The other thing is I don't understand the whole point of unbreaking. Obviously unbreaking isn't on the board over here. But this pick seems to be completely unbreakable, period. So I really don't know. So basically the question now comes in, do I focus on explosive or do I save up and get a backpack? And the only reason you'd really want a backpack is it allows you to mine longer. So, I mean, I could buy this right now. I mean, I have E-token, or ET. I have 20. I have 20 tokens. So, if I buy this, 27 slots would double my inventory. So, basically, my anytime I mine, I get double the stuff. Now, with the warps and everything, you can pretty much instantaneously move around. So I don't know if the backpack's really something I want to start with. That being said, I could also buy 5 levels of explosive, which would take me from, I believe, explosive 3 to possibly explosive, what is it? 3 times, that's 8. So I don't know if that's going to break 8 blocks around me. I'm not sure. So I guess let's test it. You know what? I mean, that's the whole point of this series, right? Is to learn and to kind of experience. So let's test it. First, let's go to determined. The reason we're going to, actually, I don't know why we're going to determined, because we're fixing to rank up. Let me show you guys the ranks real quick. You can see we're right here. We got determined. We have 100% to get into brawler. So we're going to go ahead and type /rank up. Bam. And it was 100 million for this one. It's 275 for the next one. So let's go ahead and head to brawler and let's take a look around. All right, so brawler, first one to have diamonds. First one to have diamonds. All right, so we're going to break one block. And we're going to see how many blocks break and how much we get. Wow, that was almost impossible to just break one block. Let's try that again. 6, 18, 6. Okay, 6, 18, 6. That, I don't know. I can't tell if it's breaking more than one block. It does look like it's popping at least one more block around it. That one doesn't look like it's breaking. Okay, that one broke at least one below. Yeah, that one broke at least one more below. So it looks like, you know, an explosion does go off, but it's not a guaranteed thing. And I'm not sure if, you know what, there's an easier way to do this. You can see 23408, 23409, 23410, 11, 12. That's weird because it does seem to be breaking other blocks. All right, screw it. Let's go to spawn. And let's try ranking it up real quick. All right, so we got our explosive pick. We have explosive 3. Explosive 3. Whew, right-clicking. And that gives us explosive 4. Now, I don't know why it's grayed out like that now. That's weird. Is that like a cap or something? All right, well, let's go with explosive 5. All right. You know what? Screw it. Let's just go the whole way. That's explosive 8. So we do ET. You can see we are now at 0. So that gives us explosive 8. So let's go see how crazy that is, if anything at all. It's quite possible we may not even notice. So let's go ahead and sell redstone. Holy shit. Holy shit. Kind of interesting that gold and diamond, well, actually all three of them are selling at the exact same price, which is kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. All right, so let's break one block. I, of course, didn't see it. That's 416, 417, 418, 419. I can't tell if we're getting anything. I really can't. So I'm honestly not sure how this works, what the benefits or the drawbacks are. I do know it mines like a boss. And one of the guys on the forums or in chat, I forget where it was, he said that he recommends getting explosive because it means you mine more blocks faster. But I'm not sure I see that. I'm not sure I see that because it still seems like I'm only breaking one at a time. So I don't know. I'm kind of confused. I don't know. I guess I'll have to dig around a little bit more and kind of figure it out. I may make a forum post on the forums and see if I can get some more input. I do know that over the next, like week or so, I'll probably learn a hell of a lot, and then I'll have a lot more information, and odds are a lot of the stuff that I'm trying to learn now and or share with you guys is going to probably turn out to be maybe not necessarily wrong, just different, just a little bit different than I thought it was. And that's kind of how things are when you start learning something. And, I may, depending on how the forums go, I may go and make a post once I figure it out and do the complete breakdown of all the enchants. Or worst case scenario, or I guess I shouldn't say worst case scenario, I'll at least do it on my channel. So those of you guys that are playing, I'll give kind of like a breakdown, a guide, kind of like I did with TitanMC on their server, kind of how to get started, the best way to go about doing things, etc., etc. And hopefully, I can help you guys kind of learn from my mistakes, so to speak, so that you guys don't have to deal with some of the crap that I've had to. So let's head over here real quick. Now you can see that we are making money pretty freaking fast, but you're also going to notice that it is starting to slow down. It's not one of those things like where you just go into the mine now and you rack up, what do you want to call it? Like, the whole thing in 1 or 2 runs. It's taken like 10, 15 runs now to make progress. And from what I understand, it just gets worse and worse as it goes on, as the exponential curve kind of kicks in. Now, I haven't seen any of the donor mines. I've heard that some of the OG guys, which I believe is one of the top end ranks, it's the equivalent of the TitanMC Mastermind. I believe that some of the guys said that it's almost impossible to get to Keen, which I believe is one of the top rank. Yeah, it's a top end rank at let's see, that's thousands, millions, billions, trillions. It's 200 trillion to get to that one, which that sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot even with this system. So I'm kind of curious to see what those mines could look like. You know, I'm thinking maybe 100% diamond blocks or something like that. I don't know, because I mean we're just barely like, you know, kind of at the beginning, and we're already starting to see diamonds. So, you know, we haven't seen any blocks. Now, I haven't seen any of the blocks type setups. So, you know, I don't know if they do that. What they may do is slowly start working us up into more and more diamonds, and then slowly start working in emeralds, and then flip it back over and start doing blocks. And then they could start all the way back over at like coal if they wanted to. So I'm kind of curious to see how the mines add up. I'm also really curious to see what the donor mines look like. And I'm not sure yet. I may buy a couple of the ranks just to kind of play around with it and see how good or bad the donors have it. I was kind of vocal about my thoughts on the TitanMC's setups. So I liked all of the TitanMC mines except for the top end one. I thought the top end one was kind of crap for the price payment. I mean, you know, if people are going to be paying $200 for something, I think they should be able to get like a mine like this. I mean, this mine's badass. You know, there's a lot of it. You know, there's plenty of people that can mine, and I don't know, it just seems to feel better for me. So I'm curious to see where their donor mines hold up. So I don't know which rank I'll be ending up getting. I don't even know if I'll mess around with it for the challenge. But for right now, my goal is to get to Keen. So we're gonna aim there. Again, I've got to kind of figure out the economy, because at least on Titan, the economy was how I made most of my money, you know, buying and selling. So I don't know if buying and selling is really going to be feasible here. I mean, surely there is going to be some form of secondary market, and definitely with the e-tokens there is. But you guys saw earlier I was kind of having problems with the signs in the plots, and I still haven't gotten that figured out yet. So for whatever reason, I can't buy or sell in the plots, and until I can figure that out, we're kind of boned. So I need to look around, see if I can't figure that out. I'm gonna have to do a little research. Again, thankfully the forums are up, so I'll take a look at that after this episode and see if I can't figure that out. Because once I can figure that out, you know, you sell a couple tokens, as nice as they are, and you know, you can skyrocket all the way up. And that may be part of the reason I can't sell yet, is they're trying to restrict it to a higher tier to keep you from instantaneously going from the bottom rank to, you know, well, it'd probably be one of the latter ranks. So we'll see. You know, that's the nice thing about this type of stuff is, you know, when you first start playing, it's all confusing and you have no idea what's going on. And then, you know, as time goes by, you start figuring it out, you listen to what people are saying, and kind of mimic some of the stuff they do, and sooner or later you find the secrets out, and then you start, you know, discovering some stuff on your own. So I'm looking forward to it. I like the different, what do you call it? The different feel here. You know, I mean, on Titan, I always felt like it was tough to mine. You know, especially once we got to the donor mines, it just felt frustrating, because it's like, God, you know, there's all these other donors in here and nobody can mine anything, and it's frustrating. Whereas here, at least in the, you know, the public stuff, even when there's like 16 people around, there's just so much to mine. So I'm gonna, we did break 20,000 blocks. I'm gonna try and get to 40,000 blocks, and maybe start working on our little house. I've got to find out how we get wood. I haven't seen a single tree in the game yet, so I'm not quite sure where wood comes from. I've seen, obviously, people are building chests and such like that, so it is possible to get. The question just comes into how you do it. So got to figure that out, and then we can start playing around with the shops, messing around with the sign system, and seeing if we can't figure out the secondary market, so we can start taking advantage of lesser intelligences of folks. I guess is the nicest way of putting buying low and selling high. So, you know, if we can find a way to buy something at a markup, I don't know, some of the prices I've seen on here, you know, once you get up in that level, you're talking about, you know, if people are buying these things for 90 billion, you know, you get a markup of 2 or 3 billion and you start doing it in bulk, and you could really make some bank quick, even if your margin is low. So I'm definitely looking forward to it, and hopefully our little economic system here will take off, and we'll see how things go. So anyways, that is it for today's video. Hopefully you guys are liking this new series. If you do, please slap that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.